So you're traveling to Minnesota.
I
don't know.
For a wedding?
No, it wasn't a wedding. I think it was just to see Rosemary and, well, it doesn't matter. I got on in Portland and it was fine. And then I had Boston or whatever. Then I had to get out in Minneapolis. And that's when all hell broke loose. And it was when they shot that plastic, whatever you call thing, and you know, that little thing through there. Oh, they all got out.
What were they in?
Well, what do you call one of those little things like you're talking about? What do we
A cooler, a
styrofoam cooler, right?
So you had how many lobsters?
Oh well, that's probably 6, at least 6.
What gave you the idea to bring 6 lobsters with you to Minnesota?
Because they all loved them, and wasn't that? And they were going to cook them that very night. So I, you know, you don't take them if you're going to cook them in 10 days. So anyway, and they got out and underneath as they were going through the, you know, the whatever thing there. They got out. It was hysterical. It really, really was. And I was the only one that would touch them. One lady was screaming and running. I mean, that's ridiculous. What are they going to do? But I bet a lot of those people have never seen a live lobster before. Which reminds me, we know a couple that spent a whole million of them. Like I thought he ought to just ship them. Not cheap.
So people were screaming. What did the security people do?
There was security then. Who ever heard of security?
Oh.
15 years ago or whatever, nobody knew about security. Don't forget, this was pre-911, honey. There wasn't much security around. Oh, I don't think we took our shoes off or did anything in the good old
But they wouldn't pick up the lobsters?
Nobody would touch them. Isn't that hysterical? Oh, I'll tell you, I never was. I know who met me. Roy met me.
Okay.
And I was a basket case at that point.
So how did you get the? So how did you get the lobsters?
I had to get them. As they were coming through the thing, I had to pick them up, and then I had to put them all back in the cooler.
So they were coming down the conveyor belt.
Yes. Can you imagine the fight? Oh my God, it was crazy. But we had them that night. I've got a picture somewhere of all of us standing there eating them up and having a ball. But it was a bad thing. It's the last time I think I ever. Did we ever take lobsters to anybody like that? We ship them. That's someone else did. But our funniest story is we know some people who shipped them. Some people, and when they arrived, they were green, of course, because they were live, and the people threw them out because all they ever knew was red. You know, you see the red ones on postcards. And so they thought there was something wrong with them, and so they gave them a big heat. And I think the people have spent a couple $100 having them shipped out. Can you imagine? And they say, well, thanks a lot for sending us the lobsters, but, you know, whatever you sent us, but they looked awful and they were green, and, oh. But anyway, we did have a good time that night. But I'm trying to think why I even went late. What?
I think I was in 4th or 5th grade.
So that would have been how many years ago, right? Well, your grandfather was still alive. And
Yeah.
Aunt Rosemary was still alive.
It would have been in like 94, 95 maybe.
Probably. But we did have a wonderful time, but I tell you, it wasn't one of my better trips. And I've made up my mind now, I'm never going anywhere again if I can't go direct. I'm either getting on a plane and getting off at my destination, or I ain't going.
But you didn't go to direct to Sierra Leone? Or anywhere?
Yeah, I know I didn't. I'm talking about now.
Oh, now, today.
I mean, I went Boston. We went to Boston to go to Paris. Paris to go to Atlanta. Atlanta to Boston. I wasn't going to Portland or I'll never go through Newark again. It was one of my worst experiences in my entire life. A year ago in Newark, or 6 months ago, it was terrible. So I either get on and get off, so I don't go. All right? That's what he's telling me now. But after this new swell we're going to have to put in, we're not going to have any money to go business class. Well, we'll spend the last time at the What do you think a new well would cost?